are listening to the most original talk radio station anywhere. We are LA Talk Radio at latalkradio.com.
You're listening to Oscar's Guitar Shop with Oscar Jordan, right here on LA Talk Radio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of Oscar's Guitar Shop. I'm Vintage Guitar Magazine contributing writer Oscar Jordan, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. Yes, I am. How you doing? Hey, doing good. How are you? Fine. How are you? Doing good. I have an excellent show lined up for you. It's filled with minstrels wearing velvet boots and fairies frolic around the campfire, and busty wenches with carrying goblets and hoppy beer and all that good stuff, and I think you're going to be happy about it. That's why I'm here to show you the best in guitar stuff. Women carrying goblets. Looks not to like. Perhaps Richie Blackmore will drop by with a lute. You never know. Hey, I would like to thank my wonderful sponsors who've stuck by me, particularly the great Ken Daniels at True Tone Music. I'd also like to welcome our new sponsor, Tone Concepts. Visit them at toneconcepts.com. They change lives daily. Check them out. I'd also like to thank you, my loyal Oscar's Guitar Shop listeners. You are the bomb biggity. I'm just saying. Yes. I appreciate all that you do. And if you would like to support Oscar's Guitar Shop, go to oscarsguitarshop.com, click donations to the show, share the magic inside your wallet. Oscar's Guitar Shop is powered by Tone Concepts. Find out what Billy Gibbons, Nels Klein, and Alex Skolnick have on their pedal boards. Visit them at toneconcepts.com. Also, True Tone Music. Visit them at truetonemusic.com, making your music come to life. And last but not least, Mojave Ampworks. Visit the Oasis of Tone at mojaveampworks.com. Want to become a sponsor? Email me at oscarsguitarshop@gmail.com. And now, it's time.
You remember, we used to listen to Lenny Kravitz. He had a few jams like this. A little cha-cha vibe. Nice for the lovers. Do you remember the time when everything was fine and we used to go out at night? A few drinks with friends and we're back on the floor again, dancing under the moonlight. Well, this is a dedication to all those occasions when we had a good time. Oh, sangria wine, it was always cool to hang, do a cha-cha salsa thing, we could dance with the moon and play our favorite tune. The lemon love cha-cha all night long. Lemon love cha-cha. Oh, do the lemon love cha-cha all night for the linen. When I got to the front, well, no ticket's not in it. My man called me on the phone, said, got 2 tickets for your horse. You take your girl to the show. I know you wanna go to the linen love cha-cha all night long. Linen love cha-cha. Oh, to the linen love cha-cha all night long. Linen love cha-cha.
John Bigham, a.k.a. the soul of John Black, formerly of Fishbone, has worked with Joshua Redman, Everlast, Betty Carter, and Miles Davis. For the past 10 years, he's produced a wonderful body of work mixing jazz, R&B, rock, hip-hop, and gut-bucket blues. His song, The Good Girl Blues, was nominated for the 7th Annual Independent Music Awards for Blues Album of the Year. A Sunshine State of Mind is his current release, percolating with groove, catchy hooks, and spunky guitar playing. With the DIY philosophy that pushes his craft to glory, he channels his iconic soul stylings, funk pioneers, and American rock pastiches with inspiring results. In addition to being a great vocalist, he plays some mean guitar, and that's why he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Mr. John Bigham. Welcome to the program, sir.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me here today. I gotta say it really quick, man. The Betty Carter and Joshua Redman credits go to Christopher Thomas, who was actually my partner on the first record in the soul of John Black, and that's some people he played with.
Why are they saying you played with him?
Hey, man. I don't know how they got it mixed up, but it's kind of if you're getting that from Wikipedia, it's just talking about the duo of the soul of John Black, which is John Bigham and Christopher Thomas.
Oh, I see, because it was the duo.
Yeah.
Because it was under the band moniker. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm getting ready to go on a game show, and that's going to be one of the questions about your relationship.
Right. Yeah.
So I have to get that right.
Yeah. That's CT. See, Tizzle, he played with Joshua Redman and Betty Carter, and he presently plays with Brian Blade and the Fellowship.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you for your correction. I don't want to mess anybody up. They might be doing some research right now, and they're going to send me letters and stuff. Otherwise, how the hell are you?
I'm good, man. Just enjoying the perpetual sunshine in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it is, man. So what you been doing lately?
Actually, I've been playing over at this place called The Crossing in Atwater Village. Just doing a little Sunday brunch thing where I get to play a lot of slide guitar and acoustic guitar in general, and keep it bluesy. And then on Wednesday nights we do a thing with the band, actually a trio, myself and Andre Holmes and Kenny Memphis Shepherd on drums, and Andre Holmes on bass, and we do a whole thing with Solo John Black catalog, and we have special guests come through and jam with us, and that's pretty much what's happening right now.
And if people are interested, it's The Crossing at Atwater Village, and you'll be there Sunday at 11 a.m. for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And
Wednesday, November 20th, starting at 8 p.m. into the wee hours for the rest of your life, just so we get that clear.
Yeah.
That's Sunday at 11, Wednesday at 8.
Yeah, and if I get the major support, then I could just, I can do what every American married man would like to do, which is spend more time with their family, because it's right near my home.
So you can actually walk to the gig?
No, I can't walk there. It's not that close. You know what? If it's a nice sunny summer morning, yeah, I can get up real early and stroll there. But
Or you could stroll and have your roadies bring your gear there and set it up for you.
Yeah.
And then you just walk, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Very cool. Well, for our listeners, I'm just gonna give it out. I interviewed Mr. Bigham in a forthcoming issue of Vintage Guitar Magazine. It'll be out, and he's read it, and he corrected me on something. But that doesn't matter because it's out, and there's nothing I can do. It was a little teeny thing. But you can look for that interview in an upcoming issue of Vintage Guitar Magazine. But there's editing and word counts, and we didn't even scratch the surface of I have to write for the magazine, and I wanted to ask you a zillion questions that I couldn't get to.
Okay.
Which was like, you work with Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Wait, let me go back. I got to go back further. You and I are both from Chicago, right or wrong?
I don't know where you from.
I don't know where I'm from. Okay.
No, yeah.
But you're from Chicago.
Yeah, we're both. I'm from Chicago. Yeah.
Now, where from Chicago are you from?
My original address is 912 East 131st Street. In Chicago. That's like Argyle Gardens for anybody who's from Chicago.
Yeah.
That's called the Projects.
Perfect. Okay, so I know you know what the Dan Ryan is.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, so you know what that is. So how do you go for? Because I grew up all over Chicago, but I'm 7444 South Harvard, South Side.
Oh, you keep going south. You want to get to my house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
near the Bobian Woods or the what is that? The Pullman. You know Pullman?
Yes.
Yeah, the Pullman area.
You're way out
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard it was bad out there now.
Oh.
They got contamination out there in the.
Well, growing up in Chicago, I just remember just trying to freezing at the L, trying to get somewhere, and I'm thinking about that kind of claustrophobic, the asphalt jungle, and how do you go from there to hooking up with Miles Davis?
Whoa, that's like I mean, that's going from what, like being born to like 27 years old,
Yeah.
That's a long jump. I started in Chicago, and when I was a teenager, my mother passed away, and my mother and father were divorced. So my father actually lived in Atlanta, and one of my oldest brother lived in Atlanta, and so for a guy, a teenager whose mom had just passed away in Chicago, maybe the best thing to do is get the heck out of Chicago before you just start, going downhill. So I moved to Atlanta with my dad, and I spent time in Atlanta, and from there I ended up in the military, ended up in California, and I ended up in L.A. It's a long story, man. That's like a book. You didn't say what high school I went to. It's like Miles Davis. That's like I tripped over a rock when I was 27 years old.
Because obviously you got off the L and there was Miles waiting for you.
He was like, "Hey, man," because he's from East St. Louis. Well, not from East St. Louis, but from St. Louis. I don't know what part exactly. I think somewhere around there. But he's from St. Louis, more or less. And it could have happened.
Yeah.
But I met him out here in L.A. Through a friend of mine, Wayne Lindsay, who actually was who is a high school buddy of mine from Atlanta, and it was actually the main inspiration for me coming to L.A. because I was like, wow, New York, the dream of all musicians or anybody who was interested in jazz and stuff like that. But the one kicker was Wayne, one of my best friends. His family had just moved to Los Angeles, and so that made it easy for me. It was like, hey, Los Angeles it is. So I came on out here. Met Miles through him and all that crap.
Was Fishbone, was this part of the Fishbone universe yet, or was this before or after that?
It's kind of all jumbled up. I was playing with I was hanging out with the Fishbone guys while I was playing with Miles Davis, and I actually used to try to get him to come into town because me and Fish, the drummer from Fishbone, we used to do a lot of underground sets. I mean, I was in my 20s, in L.A., in 85, 86 was it was a lot going on in Hollywood and surrounding areas. So we played a lot of the underground clubs, and we got to improvise a lot, and that's what we did. We had a band that we just played, like it wasn't so much jazz, but it was you play the head and then you improvise and you come back, at the end. And I used to try to get Miles to come down to do that kind of stuff. I had actually started working with him as a songwriter, you know, more or less apprentice, I would say, you know, and I wrote songs for him before I was ever in the band. So, you know, we had a relationship before it got to me being in the band and stuff like that.
Wow, that's cool. What was he like as a person?
Actually, he's a great person. I think he's I wouldn't say rather than misunderstood is misrepresented, you know, in his, you know, people say, oh, well, he turned his back and he did this and that or whatever and all this crazy stuff. All that stuff is so just like, oh, it's nothing. You know, I mean, when you're playing, you're just finding your comfort zone. So if your comfort zone is not facing people who are just looking at you with a blank stare, then maybe you know that's what your comfort zone is. But no, he was great to me. In a nutshell, he was a great teacher and a great friend. You know, he really he never told me, okay, this is the definitive way of how something is done. You know, he talked to me and he asked my opinions, and you know, he told me his opinions, and you know, I learned a lot from him about being free. You know.
Mm-hmm. Was that freedom a part of writing, say, contemporary jazz fusion that he was into in the late '80s, or was it free reign, or were you writing vocal tunes, or what?
No, yeah, it was. I hadn't, you know, I hadn't even learned how to write lyrics yet. You know, I was really, you know, gosh, I probably for if I wrote 20 songs, maybe one had lyrics, you know.
Right.
You know, I was like instrumental. I was listening to, back those days, I was listening to John Scofield.
Yeah.
And the other guy who played with Miles for a second, I can't remember.
Mike Stern?
Stern and Scofield, yes.
Yeah.
And when they were in the band together, that was too much for me. I was like, what the heck? How did this happen? This is crazy. Two of my favorite fusion guitar players are playing in the same band. But no, so yeah, it was a lot of instrumental stuff, and I think I was really just kind of really developing my sense of melody then, you know, because you know, Miles, I was listening to Miles like when I was a kid, you know. I was always listening to Miles. I knew Miles' sound. I had no aspirations, you know, of playing in the Miles Davis band and none of that stuff. I just knew Miles because my dad listened to Miles. He's great, you know, as a musician. So it had nothing to do with nothing else. So by the time I met him, you know, he had advanced to this, you know, really just like, you know, almost, you know, outside of the melody, you know.
Very cool.
And yeah, he showed me how to get around in that kind of stuff, you know.
That's awesome. I can't imagine what that could be like. Just someone I respect him so much. I'm a big fan. I want to play a tune from your current record, A Sunshine State of Mind. This is one of my favorite tracks. I'm going to play the song. It is called East Lady Cha Cha. And
No. You're getting two titles mixed up.
Oh, really?
You saying East Lady Cha Cha?
Yeah.
No, there's East LA Lady. And
East LA Lady.
And you already played Lenny Love Cha Cha.
I blame my producers. Messed up these.
Oh, man.
Okay, there's East Lady Cha Cha, and then there's. Okay, I got it backwards.
Okay.
Lenny Love Cha Cha.
You just played that one.
Okay, so I'm going to play East LA Lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Check it out. I'm going to do the tune, go to a commercial. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about Fishbone and writing instrumental tunes with Miles Davis.
singing, hey lover, if you wanna dance, then make your way over to my hood. Oh, he's telling underlay, I'm on my way to the other side of town. I wanna dance with you, chica, 'cause you know how to shake it down. Oh, he's telling underlay, I'm on my way to the other side of town. I wanna dance with you, chica, 'cause you know how to shake it down. She had no mama for you, making me wanna try something that I've never tried. She said, I wanna take you to a special place and hop up on my electro ride. She talking, you got some cheddar back and make it even better. I'll show you things that you won't forget. I said, tell me your name one more time. She said, they call me Little Red Corvette. Oh, he's telling underlay, I'm on my way to the other side of town. I wanna dance with you, chica, 'cause you know how to shake it down. Oh, he's telling underlay, I'm on my way to the other side of town. I wanna dance with you, chica, 'cause you know how to shake it down. She shimmy, shimmy, and she shake, 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 until I just couldn't take no more. Newsflash, you found your boy, he was laying half dead, still on that dancing floor. Oh, he's telling underlay, I'm on my way to the other side of town. I wanna dance with you, chica, 'cause you know how to shake it down. Oh, he's telling underlay, I'm on my way to the other side of town. I wanna dance with you, chica, 'cause you know how to shake it down. Stuff, man.
Thank you.
Very good rhythmic playing going on.
Thank you, man.
And you got some great hooks too, man. I gotta say, you're right. You're a crafty songwriter.
Oh,
I like
man.
that. I like that. You're very crafty. You know how to put together some lyrics and stuff. Man.
Oh, well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Tell me about your transition from playing with people like Fishbone and other people like that, and being a solo artist. What was going on in your mind?
I think I was just ready to be in charge of my own destiny, you know. If I was going to be out on the road and like spending long hours doing this and that, you know, I feel like if I could, I'd rather be playing my own music, you know. I mean, those guys aren't any crazier than I am, you know, so.
There you go. Yes, you're not crazy.
What? No.
All right, that was cool. I forgot to go to my commercial, but I'm gonna do it right now because it's very important. Because I love these people. They decided to sponsor my show. They're supporting me like a good cross your heart bra, and I appreciate having a cross your heart bra. Your guitar tone can mean the difference between divine inspiration and boring twaddle. Tone Concepts makes guitar products for the discriminating artist. The Distillery guitar pedal was designed for the tone sculptor, created in collaboration with some of the greatest guitarists in the world. The Distillery allows you to shape your tone with your own rig or through any rented backline. It gives you up to 20 dBs of flexible, transparent power or awesome tonal goodness, whatever rig you're using. The Distillery gives you the option of a clean boost along with a sophisticated tone shaping circuit. It bulks up thin tones or adds beautiful, clarifying resonance to thicker sounds. The Distillery is endorsed by some of the world's top guitarists: Nels Cline, Alex Skolnick, Steve Lukather, Billy Gibbons, Vince Gill, Dweezil Zappa, and Jim Campolongo, who was on this very show talking about the Distillery. He was talking about it. They have fallen in love with this pedal, and so will you. Hear it for yourself. Check out the Distillery at toneconcepts.com. Don't walk. Run to that website. Check them out. It's a really cool pedal. I'm going to be reviewing it in an upcoming issue of Vintage Guitar Magazine, and it is very cool. I am not lying to you. It is a great pedal. Check it out. Yes. Yeah, I know. Being in a band like Fishbone, because I was stomping around L.A. in the early '90s, and I remember hearing all the Fishbone drama, in the early '90s, and I was thinking, wow, I could be in that band. But I don't know if I do. But maybe I could, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was a lot of stuff going on, and you exited from that band. Is that correct? You are no longer. Yeah. we all know that you are no longer at Fishbone.
Yeah. I mean, my exit was just clean and sweet. It wasn't about anything other than you know what? It was just one day. We were at the, I had wrote a few songs and I figured out I could. By the time I figured out I could really pull it off and sing these songs that I just wrote, I decided, okay, I think I'm gonna say this. And so, we were just hanging out at the rehearsal, and I said, hey man, I think it's time for me to roll out. Think it's time for me to quit the band. So basically, I quit the band. We had like a serious moment for about 20 minutes, something like that. Finished that conversation and went back to what we were doing.
Yeah, very cool.
It's just the deal, I just continued to come up there every night, probably like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and do my first demos for the Soul of John Black. I did that like a long time, a long time.
Yeah. Well, I must say, you happen to have, your tenure in Fishbone just happened to be around the time of my favorite album that you played on, which is Reality of My Surroundings.
Oh, okay.
So that's like my favorite record, and you just happen to be on it. So
that's right where I came in, and that was the first song I learned how to play.
Yeah, that's a great album. Sunless Saturday and Everyday Sunshine, Fight the Youth. Those are all great tunes. But you brought your guitar, and that is the coolest thing of all, because the last person who brought a instrument in here was Billy Sheehan, and he changed the way we thought about bass playing forever.
Oh, God.
So give me a little something on the guitar there.
Okay, I might change the way you go purchase your guitars, not which is at the pawn shop. Oh, shucks, you freaked me out.
Would you mind if we turned up the heat, make it feel like June in the middle of spring? I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? We got cozy in the winter time, so intertwined, but somehow you can get so free. And I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? Oh, And I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? Can you see the splendor on the green? It's just a natural thing. Two people coming together. I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? And I knew it when I saw you. You were everything in my summertime dream. And I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? Oh, we made love through the winter, then winter turned to spring. And I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? Oh, we made love through the winter, then winter turned to spring. And I'm wondering, can we have a summertime thing? Oh, we made love all winter long. Oh, it turned to spring by. Can we have a summertime thing? A summertime thing.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yes, I can dig it. I can dig it. I certainly can. He's right here. By the way, True Tone Music is a virtual candy store for guitarists and bass players. They're world famous for having the best stuff in the whole world, a massive selection of new and used and vintage guitars in the Los Angeles area. Located at 714 Santa Monica Boulevard in the city of Santa Monica, True Tone Music offers the widest selection of exceptionally high-quality guitars and basses. They stock name brands like Fender, Gibson, Guild, Epiphone, Gretsch, and much, much more. It's where the top names in the music industry shop for guitars, basses, amps, boutique pedals, and accessories. Whether you want to buy, sell, trade, get guitar lessons, or repairs, True Tone Music super cool staff is there to make your music come to life. They'll also match any online price and back it up with top-notch customer support and service. Visit them online at TrueToneMusic.com or call 310-393-8232. That's 310-393-8232. Ask for Ken. Tell him Oscar sent you, and he'll get you some cool stuff, and hopefully he'll buy you a cool guitar just like he has John Bigham here. It's a beautiful sounding guitar. Man, that was a nice tune, man. That was very cool. Yeah, man. Like I was saying to you earlier, because I have my own band, but there's nothing like being naked on stage. It's just you and the wire and the wood, man. And you are the drummer, you are the accompaniment, and you are the voice, and it's like your own universe that you have to keep all that together, man, and you do it so nicely.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Now you've been putting out some really cool stuff. It's a lot more earthy and blues based, but more gut bucket than the traditional shuffle king type stuff you see in the clubs. Tell me where you're coming from with this whole approach, because I'm hearing more than that, but you kind of roped off this corner of the universe. It's pretty cool.
Well, I'm just trying to take my own personal approach, and first of all, I kind of always lean on the people, the artists that brought me into the blues, and that's Muddy Waters, Lightning Hopkins, Howlin' Wolf, Son House, Sonny Boy Williamson, people like that, man. And so I it's about just the guitar or just the harmonica or whatever, and stomping your foot. And then, but I'm also from Chicago, and I know the Muddy Waters Electric Band, so I really like that kind of stuff, that's in my blood. I'm from Chicago, man, and I heard my mother and my father told me great stories about going to see some of those artists, and that stuff is still being played on the radio out there right now. I think the variety of blues that you hear on the radio in Chicago is different from anywhere else, I'm kind of true to that.
Yeah, it's a very specific kind of blues. Like there are people out here in LA who love Chicago blues, but it's not really Chicago blues because they're listening to like records from, say, the early '60s of a certain segment. But when I grew up on the South Side, I heard blues, but there's also this R&B undercurrent and a funk undercurrent. Because like Curtis Mayfield was from Chicago, and you can hear that sense of R&B. Chicago has a strong tradition of vocal groups and R&B, and that was always this through line between the blues as it evolved away from the South. And I hear that in your music. I'm hearing the soul singers in your voice.
Yeah, the Bobby Blue Bland and people like that. I love all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
and I just remember hearing what was the greatest song. One of the greatest songs of my teenage years was "Disco Lady" by Johnny Taylor.
Oh yeah.
And he was just singing straight up blues, but he was doing it in like a modern style. It was like a big hit, and but like the groove that they were playing was the same groove that they would play at the Shack.
Right.
They just brought it to the stage, and recorded it, and man, I love that stuff. I think some people have the idea like if you don't hear the shuffle, then you're not playing the blues. That's not what I came up with. I didn't come up with the shuffle. I just came up with the feeling, and the backbeat.
Yeah, there's a kind of an idea of Chicago blues as this kind of museum piece that's very it's blocked off, and it's so deep. There's so much going on in Chicago blues. It's more than the Chicago shuffle versus the Texas shuffle and all that. Doo-wop groups. We had a lot of great doo-wop groups, and the Sam Cooke connection. I remember we were talking about Sam Cooke before, and all those great backup singers who and then of course the jazz. You told me you started singing late, and I'm like shocked, because I would assume that's like a lifetime thing for you sing so well.
Well, the thing is, I just I think of what it is, and once again I came up listening to great singers, so I just gathered the information, but I really wasn't able to really start doing it until my mid 30s really, where it was a necessity. There was a member of the band that left and was a singer, sang background, and so I had to learn how to do it. I didn't even know how to sing and play at the same time. I had never, I just never called for it really. I could play maybe one or two songs, but I really couldn't, and couldn't just sit down like now you say play a song and just hit a song. It was like, I could play Satin Doll, and Satin Doll, however you pronounce it, a little Duke Ellington jam.
Yeah.
That's about it, so it was really specific what I could do. I couldn't just like, okay, sing background on this song. So, I went from there, and it just kept growing and kept growing, and then once I got good enough, I really could go back to some of those things that I liked about George Clinton, Sly Stone, Curtis Mayfield, Bobby Blue Bland, Muddy Waters, and I could actually pull those things off in my own way, because I built up the muscle. It's really about building up, vocal muscle through practice, man. You have to practice, really.
Yeah. I hear a little Ron Isley in there too.
Oh man, he's all in there. Are you kidding me? All in there. In Chicago, I mean, like the Isley Brothers lit Chicago on fire. I mean, it was all about the Isley Brothers. Then I'm talking about before Ernie, but when Ernie Isley came along, when they did Who's That Lady?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it was insane. Rock guitar. I mean, that was like considered like major rock guitar on a super funky song, and Who's That Lady just like, man, it just like the door just flung open. It was crazy, man. So the Isley Brothers, I listened to them like from Pop That Thing, Twist and Shout, whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I remember in the mid 70s going on a field trip with a friend of mine to his cousin's house in Cleveland, and I wasn't even playing guitar then. I was like a sensitive singer, acoustic guy, and I walked into this guy's room, and he had the Ernie Isley setup. He had the Maestro and the Phase 90 and the big muff, and I'm like, this is it. This is
right.
the Strat, the big headstock.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Man, where do you come from as a guitar player?
I'm a serious Hendrix fan. Serious Hendrix fan, but also Freddie Stone, from Sly and the Family Stone. I mean, he's like, I think probably one of the underrated guitar players. Well, people don't even know about him really. I don't even mention him. And Sly himself, is a great guitar player.
Yeah.
I mean, just the chord selection, is crazy. I mean, oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. So that the Stones, Keith Richards for sure. A lot of Wes Montgomery, George Benson. Then I finally heard. I heard Jeff Beck. I became a super Jeff Beck fan, and from Jeff Beck, I think Scofield came in there. John Abercrombie way before Scofield, but John Abercrombie, John McLaughlin was a major influence on me. I think John McLaughlin was a major influence because his tone was awesome, but this stuff was so out. But he had Billy Cobham on drums on a lot of that stuff, and or great drummers. And really, my interest was drums. So even though I was really enjoying the Syrian guitar, I was really about the rhythms, and he uses a lot of odd time signatures and stuff like that. So, hey man, those are some of the. I mean, even Mike Stern. Actually, I took a lesson from Mike Stern one. It was I was in Canada with a band, my high school band. We used to go on tours. This was like fresh out of high school, and we were just like taking trips. I had actually quit the band and went on a trip with them all from Atlanta to oh my gosh, where were we? Quebec. And we stayed in this band house, and below us was another band playing at one of the promoters clubs or whatever, and it was Mike Stern and this guy, I just remember his name, Tiger. He was a trumpet player, big time trumpet player. And I just went down there and talked to Mike Stern, and he gave me my first blues lesson, the turnaround. He showed me a cool blues turnaround. So
Fat Time. Yeah.
That was,
Mike Stern.
So he became one of my fans. And this is before he played with Miles, man. This was like, he was actually telling me, he was like, oh yeah, after this, I'm gonna go do this thing with Miles, and Miles hadn't came back yet, so it was really like, oh yeah, okay, cool, whatever. See, I'll look out for you. And then, there he was, Mike Stern. It was like, oh great gosh, I know that guy. Yeah. He probably would never remember that, but that was nice of him. He just gave me a lesson.
He's amazing. I would like to hear another song, if I could. Do you have one in your toolkit?
Yeah, I mean, I can play anything. It doesn't have to be something from the record.
Play anything you want.
I knew a lady, and she was fine. Had a pretty face and a troubled mind. And all she wanted was a little fun. got dancing feet. She wanna get it on. All the lost children need to be saved. All the lost children lost in these days. All the lost children in the frying pan. Good God Almighty, throw up your dang hands. All the lost children out in these streets. All the lost children fighting for peace. All the lost children up off the knees. Good God Almighty, come and dance with me. Oh, 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 oh. All the lost children feeling the pain. All the lost children trying to maintain. All the lost children trying to kill the rain. 2 vodka and a glass of champagne. Don't do it. It ain't gonna work. And all she wanted was a little fun. She got dancing feet. She wanna get it on. All the lost children need to be saved. All the lost children lost in the day. All the lost children in the frying pan. Good God Almighty, throw up your dang hands. All the lost children trying to stay straight. All the lost children stuck at the gate. All the lost children need to play date. Good God Almighty, got to shake and bake. Shake, 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 shake. All the lost children need to feel good. All the lost children need to feel good. All the lost children need to feel good. Good God Almighty, and you know you should. Oh, feel good. Let it go. Let it flow. I knew what a lady, and she was fine. Had a pretty face and a troubled mind. And all she wanted was a little fun. She got dancing feet. She wanna get it on.
Yeah. That's very nice, sir. I told people, when they listen, they're going to hear some gut bucket. And that's what they got. They got some gut bucket. So what's coming up next for you, man? What are your plans for the future?
Well, the A Sunshine State of Mind record is still out there, so we're still pushing that record forward. Still doing a lot of things with that. Probably going to do a couple more videos, and we're really kind of gearing up for next year. We're not going to be really hitting the road too much more this year. Well, I don't think any more this year. We're gearing up for next year. Go out and work this Sunshine State of Mind some more. But in the meantime, there's no telling what I'm going to be up to. I do a lot of different projects with different people. But at the same time, I'll be playing every Sunday and Wednesday at the Crossing.
The Crossing in Atwater Village. That's where it is.
And I'm working on. I got about 10 to 20 songs, but it's like 2 different records. I got a bunch of stuff on the burner. We'll see if we'll get something out new next year. I don't know. It all depends. It's got to be right, but I got the stuff. It's ready.
You're ready.
It's ready to be ready.
It's ready to get ready to get going.
Yeah.
Almost ready.
But we're gonna keep our Sunshine State of Mind going because I don't think people have really heard enough of that yet, and we want to do a video for that East LA lady because I really want people to see what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Yes. If you live in LA,
you got to keep it sunshiny.
You know it is.
Walk on the sunny side of the street.
Yeah.
That's right. John Bigham, thank you so much for coming on the program. I'm very grateful. All I can say is you the man because I want to be like you when I grow up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. I'd like to thank our guest, John Bigham. Set mind to purpose and visit Mr. John Bigham at thesoulofjohnblack.com. Go forth and purchase every piece of music he has ever written. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Tone Concepts. Visit them at toneconcepts.com. Check out that distillery pedal. I'm telling you, you got to check it out. Also, True Tone Music at truetonemusic.com. And last but not least, Mojave Ampworks. Visit the Oasis of Tone at mojaveampworks.com. Want to become a sponsor? Email me at oscarsguitarshop@gmail.com. Tune in next week when our guest will be jazz metal plectrum stylist Alex Skolnick. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
I need a good girl.